welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today there's no Defember, although you might just see the folder in the background now. It's not leaving us, is it? Today is Saturday Advent, so I've had my bags for the week. Sorry about the noise. We've got a white, we have got a beautiful fuchsia, we've got a brilliant gold, and we've got a very, very, very pale, it's not even a baby, it's very pale blue. And in this one, I've got a Sashiko template. So I thought today we'd do a nice little Sashiko square. I've already got, it's not a square actually, it's a bit of a rectangle, but anyway. I've got a piece of calico that's cut, and I'm just going through my batting to see, you know, a right size piece, because I want to give it some substance. So let's have a look. Pull it over a little bit because I want it a bit smaller, and just trim that up. How are you all? Got your trees up yet? Are you well and truly into Christmas, or are you still busy and waiting before you put your tree up? Mine's going up on Saturday. For years we didn't put our tree up until the 12th because of my daughter's birthday on the 11th, but she's left home now and she puts hers up because of her young children before her birthday, so I feel I can as well now. It's mad, isn't it? Right, a few dog hairs there we need to get rid of. Thanks, Bo. And we're gonna look at opening this up. Now, of course, traditionally this would be used in white thread on a indigo coloured fabric, but I thought we got these fantastic colours, so I might be naughty, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, I think, the pink and the gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a marker. I can iron this off. So, and I'm going to do the outside line in. Do you know what? I need that off of there really. It's going to mark better if I don't have it on there. That's going to be better. The outside line, well actually I'm going to obviously mark all of them, but I'm going to do the outside in the pink, I think, and the inside in the gold, and then I'll do these stamens, I think they're supposed to be, aren't they? Probably in the pink that I've done the outside colouring. So I'm just going to work through this and then we'll do some stitching. And obviously this will just run through December, this Saturday stitching, because it's the Advent stitching. This is the Secret Santa family Advent swap. And Sunday stitching will carry on because that's my big Advent from hubby. And I'll show you that tomorrow. So I've been working on that all week. There's a little project, well, two little projects to do each day during the course of the week. So I've been working on that, thoroughly enjoying it. Now you can see how blind I am because I keep drawing on the stencil rather than through it. Oh dear, these things, honestly. Oops, now I've moved the whole thing, so we just put that back. Glad to see there's a number of you following the Defemember that I'm doing. Thank you so much for your support. It's very much appreciated. And I see there's quite a few new subscribers over the last month. So a huge thank you for that. We have now topped or tipped over the 4,000. Still a little while coming, but we've got there. It'd be amazing if we could get to the 5,000 by my birthday, which is in March. So, you know, if you're new here and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. See if you can help aid that number growth. That would be awesome. And always remember, you know, if you've liked what you've seen, you can give me a little thumbs up or put a comment. I do love chatting with you. If you flick through the comments, you will see, there we go, you will see that I always answer them. Not always straight away, sometimes I don't see them, you know, initially, but I do always answer them. Okay, so get myself a needle, and what did I say? Red on the outside, yeah. So we're going to open this beautiful pink, which is 413, and it's the Sheppy's Sweet Treat, if anybody's interested. I love this yarn or thread. Now we've just got to find the end. It's always a problem with a new ball. Just got to find the end. Start with that one. There it is. You know I'm the naughty fan of a long thread. Whoops. So this is one of the simplest things to do really, because it's just like a running stitch. It's just in, out, in, out, in, out. But obviously it's done in a decorative way. And I do know that in the little brown advent bags there is get it started, there we go, there is another one of these stencils, so there'll be another one coming up. Right, and then you just stitch down, stitch up. It's so simple, but I just think it's really, really effective, and I love it. And I just thought we could break the boundaries with this one and use the threads, or two of the threads that we've got, and just do it pink and gold rather than white stitching on the blue. Because I don't know if you know about sashiko stitching, but it was actually designed by housewives to add longevity to utilitarian clothing, which is why traditionally it's, you know, standard white cotton or thread that you would have at home, and it's on indigo because it would have been on things like denim jeans that were used for work. And I believe, I'm probably going to get corrected on this, but I believe the different designs were from different areas. So, you know, everyone from one particular area would be doing one type of stitch pattern, and then another area another one. Obviously, if it was men's utilitarian clothing, you wouldn't really want to see one of these flowers, would you? And that's where you see much more of the sort of arches and things like that. But yeah, oh, it's a beautiful colour, isn't it? Absolutely adore this colour. That's lovely. Right, now of course we're going to change direction because we've come right up the side of that. Oh, that's not a very big stitch. I might have to undo that. Sorry people, something went wrong with that stitch. Look, you can hardly see it, and I want it to be proper length. Yeah, no, it's got to come out. Sorry. There we go, it's out. And we'll rethread our needle and we'll put it back in. So as you've probably noticed, the nails have come off. I've trimmed all my nails down. I did break a couple, and it was annoying me that I had too short and a number of long ones. So I've trimmed them all down to basically the same length, and that's better. Giving them a coat of paint just to sort of cheer them up, because they're sad that they lost their ends. They were all cut down. Seriously, I'm going a bit mad, aren't I? I'm talking about my fingernails as if they've got feelings. Oh dear, I made a man with a clock face for a face with the help of my Teddy crafting buddy. You know, I mean, I'm just totally losing it now. Oh well. These things are sent to try us, as they say. Boo is laying on the chair next to me and she's jumping around, so I'm sorry if she jogs the table in a minute. Shouldn't affect the camera if she does. And as I'm sewing rather than writing or gluing, shouldn't really make much of a difference to you, but advance warning just in case. You can probably hear her now. She's having a mammoth lick up. One of the noisiest lickers I've ever heard. And as you can probably just heard, she tends to sigh with it. Does about 4 licks and sighs like it's hard work. Oh dear. So, are you projecting over Christmas? You know, are you doing December? Are you doing an advent a bit like this? I've got a knot, and I know that everyone will tell me the reason I've got a knot is because my thread's so long, but I can't abide knots and things, so not knots, you know, undoing it and doing a knot and rethreading it and all of that. So that's why I use a long thread, but this is one of the potential problems. But you've ruined that, Claire, so you're going to have to snip that off. I'll leave that, I'll tuck that through when we get to the end. It wasn't supposed to be a 4-hour video. So we're coming up through that one. So as I say, just up and down is all we're doing. I could really have used, oh, don't do it again. I could have used a smaller needle, and then I probably could have done quite a few stitches in one row, which is what I'm sure the Asian ladies did originally. You see when they do Shishiko, they do like the whole row on one needle, and then they pull the whole thing through. We've done 3 there. So I know I'm not doing it properly, and it's in bright pink anyway, you know, so I'm just happy stitching and using my new toys. So that's all that really matters, isn't it? Spin it round, see if we can get a bit of a row. Shall I move them scissors as well, because the thread keeps wrapping around them. Right, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, whoops, up. We just try and get that whole leaf on that one. There we go. It's not quite the whole leaf, because there is another stitch, and then I'll come up on that corner. It's so pretty, especially in this pink. It's beautiful. I can't wait to race around this side now. It's hardly slow stitching, and get some gold in and see the two together. So I haven't really got any stories for you. That is one of the problems of doing Defember, because you're here every day, you run out of anecdotes and the like. You know, this is what it is. Got my first Christmas card yesterday. As I've told you, we did the grandchildren's Christmas shopping at the weekend, so I'm feeling like right in the throes of it now. Once that tree goes up on Saturday, it's only a couple of days, that's going to be it, isn't it? We're going to be right into the swing of it. I've had little lights flashing on the tree and the fire. The fake fire light. I mean, I did have a real fire right up until I came to this house, but now it's only fake, I'm afraid. One of those electric things with dancing flames. I'm sure you know what I mean. I miss the real one, but I don't miss the mess. The amount of dust and stuff, clearing it out. But then there's something about the smell of a real fire. Love it. So there we go. So let's see if we can get a bit of a run going again, shall we? It's all gone quiet now. Boo's settled down. Hubby's got his head down working, so it's all quiet. Sorry, I've gone all quiet. It's because, as I say, I've got no anecdotes or the like for you. Sorry. Nice calm stitching. Now you'll see, obviously I moved from there to there, which means I've missed that bit, but I can come back and sort that out as part of doing the inner petals, or sorry, stamens, not petals. That's my thought process anyway. Might be a bad idea. Probably is. I have bad ideas all the time, but there you go. Right, we're nearly all the way round, aren't we? See, it's a very quick process, really. And then I might, this afternoon, off camera, do a blue and white one on a different colour fabric. And we can see next week when I do the Saturday stitching, you know, two of them together in their different colours and what that looks like. Starting to get an ache in my thumb. Notice that happening quite a lot lately when I do stitching. See, it's no fun being old. Okay, that one has obviously got to be tucked back in. Where's my thread? Over here. So it would make sense to come up there while we've got the pink on the needle and do these stamens in the middle. Like so. I suppose I should double, oh look at it on the back, it's pretty as well, isn't it? I suppose I should double check that I am actually filming and that you can actually see me. As I might find that I filmed, say, talking to myself, stitching away, and I haven't filmed anything. Won't be the first time that's happened now, would it, really? But, so, the dread of every YouTuber, I think. He gets to the end and realise you didn't actually record anything. Right, see now I've got those done, I can come down here and join that up where we've got that piece of the row missing. If you haven't got these templates and you want to have a go at doing something like this, there are lots of places on the internet where you can download a pattern, you know, and draw it on. I can't remember how much they were, but they're not, don't do it to me, they're not majorly expensive, and if you think you're going to get the use out of them, then obviously it's worth the money. Right, now I'm going to dart right over there and pick up that one and come down this row. I think, you know, doing it in individual squares like this, you could make a fantastic quilt. And of course this is already, you know, it's been quilted as you go, if you like. So yeah, it would make fabulous. And then I'm going to pick that one up there and come back up that side, yeah? Oh, I didn't do the other side. Oh well, what we'll do is we'll do that one and then scoot like that. See, I mean, I'm not doing it right at all to the traditional way, but I am stitching where the stitches should be, and for me that's all that matters. But I do think, yeah, this would be a great little quilt, and it wouldn't feel overbearing if you were just doing these little squares that come together quite quickly. You could do them you know, just one at a time. It wouldn't feel, sometimes when you do a quilt it can feel a bit daunting because it's such a big thing that you're making, which is why, you know, quilts are generally made in like the patch, aren't they, you know? Can't think what it's called. Square patch, whatever. Then you do that and then you join them all together so it's less daunting. Well, don't do this with the knotting. We're not having knots. Come on. So yeah, you could definitely do that. You could just do, you know, the little square. And then when you've got a pile of them, you could look at joining them together. And I mean, if you had 2 or 3 different patterns, you could get a whole sort of block, that's what they're called, blocks, quilting blocks. And they tend to make a block, don't they? And then join all the blocks together. Well, you could do that with these little squares. Especially, as I say, you either had one pattern, did it in all different colours, picked your array of colours first, or if you had 2 or 3 patterns and you know, mixed and matched them. So lots of different ideas that you could do with this. That is, you know, stepping away from the traditional, but suiting your needs. Me, I'm just stitching for the fun of stitching. Okay, so we've come down that line. I'm going to go up these stamens. And I mean, this is such an easy, simple stitch. You could be doing this while you're watching the telly in the evening. Okay, back down the other side. And then into that bottom one to get the last upright on there. Okay, so that, oh no, look, I've got 2 stamens there. I thought I'd finished. I am fibbing to you. Right, we'll just do these 2. Sorry, it's my bracelet banging on my mat. It's amazing how quiet it is. Okay, that is all of our red stitching. We just need to fix that one where the thread got a knot and I had to cut it. Whoops. So we'll do a knot. We'll cut that off. Pull the thread out. And then we'll pop our needle down there. Put this thread through. Oh goodness. There you go. Put the thread through, pull that through, and then we'll just do a little knot by bringing it back on itself. There you go. So there's all our fuchsia pink. How beautiful is that? It didn't say, I ripped all this, but it didn't say, did it? Oh yes, it's the cherry blossom. So it's quite appropriate really that we did it in that red, isn't it? Sorry, fuchsia pink. Now this one is 179, same brand and everything. And there's the end. So I'm just going to go through. Got a little bit less to do because obviously we're not doing the stamens this time like we did the last one. I think these colours are going to sit very nicely together. There we go. And get a knot in the end. So I think we'll start right here. There we go. And let's try and do a feeder. So in and out, in, out, and in, out. I can't do more than that. I don't know if it's because I've got such a big needle or if it's because I've got the wadding, but I can only get like sort of 4 of the stitches because I do believe I know they're very much longer, proper sashiko needles, and I believe they're a little bit thinner than these because this is a chenille needle I'm using, like a chenille needle with this thread. There we go. So we've gone all the way up and ready to come round this tip and back up the other side. I suppose a straw needle would work really well for this because you haven't got that larger eye with a straw needle. It's a straight needle, and I'm thinking probably, I've never seen a real sashiko needle, but I'm guessing they probably are even without the wider eye, the same. So yeah, I think a straw needle would be excellent for this. Look at me getting all fancy with me types of needles. And then going under the pink and coming out in the middle of the next petal along. Just giving it a little stretch where I keep screwing up the fabric, doing the rows of stitches. I'm going to cheat, I think, and do it this way. Just pull some of the thread through, one stitch at a time, and then I can just pull the whole thing like that. I'm sure the reason traditionally it's done, you know, all the stitches in the row is because it's quicker. And you imagine if you were doing a whole pair of jeans or dungarees or something, you wouldn't necessarily, it wasn't done therapeutically as we do it now. It was done, you know, for utilitarian purpose. So you'd probably want to work through it really quite quickly, especially if, you know, hubby had 2 new pairs of dungarees for work, or 3 or something. We do want to get it done. So I'm guessing that's why they do the rows. So and I'm sure that all these flowers and various, you know, designs were born from the original sort of borough stitch, because they're all just little straight stitches, aren't they? I mean, it would make sense that people would naturally turn those straight stitches into something, you know, creative and artistic. And I'm telling you there is another one, and I know there is another one, but I couldn't tell you what pattern it is. I think it's those, I call them rainbows. I don't know what the actual pattern is called. So we will find out in due course. Of course. Of course, of course. See, I told you, I've just gone completely nutty. I've reached, I don't even know how old I am now, 56, 57, and I've turned into a raving lunatic. Mind you, I wasn't very sensible to start with, so there's no real shock or surprise there. must be 3:30. I can hear the children coming home from school. Now there's the cheat. It tells you that I'm filming ahead and it's not Saturday at all. Which is why I said earlier about my tree going up on Saturday. You would be thinking, well, it is Saturday, why are you not putting the tree up? Of course, by the time you're watching this, it probably will be up. So, oops, no. Did it go in my coffee? No, it just hung over the edge of the cup. See, Claire? Having long thread is disastrous for a great many reasons. There we go. Right. Whoops. Oh. Claire, what are you doing? Down there, up there, down there, up there, down, up. You can hear the children now, can't you? I'm sure you can. Which means Bo's probably going to get barking in a minute. Although at the moment I can hear her snoring, so maybe she's asleep enough that that won't happen. And back down there, and look at that. We've come all the way round on the top half. Can you see that? All the way round on the top half. So now I'm going to scoot over here to this side, which is where we came under, and I'm going to do the bottoms now. So in and out and in and out. As I say, I'm sure this is not how you're supposed to do it, but it's what I'm doing. And then under there, and then I'm going to go directly on the diagonal, just because I can. And I'm going to go up and down on this one. Right, so that's that one, fully complete. Okay, so then I'm gonna jump all the way over to there and come up and down here. Because what is there, 6 petals? Yeah. No, 5 petals. Down that one, scoot right over again on the diagonal. Pull that all the way through. Give it a little stretch out. And then look, we just got about 6 stitches to go. And we have done it. So as you can see, it comes together relatively quickly. Oh, And that's the last one, I believe. Double check, 'cause I said that earlier. Yep, that's definitely the last one. So, knock that off. Whoops, pulled the needle out. Knock that off. Give it a little snip. Those two pieces can go in my old straw. And there we have, look at that. How gorgeous is that? And this is what I'm saying, you see, you could just join them all up and build it out and you'd have a quilt. Anyway, as always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for you coming along and spending some time with me today. Hope you like my new toys. You found some joy and inspiration in what we did with them. I will be back tomorrow with Sunday stitching. Take care. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye for now.